Hello and welcome to the program. I am Suren. Are you shy? Why? And how come? Have you ever tried to overcome that feeling and the emotion? No? Yes? Let us see what we can do about it. To start with, let others describe what shyness is. As mentioned before, it is an emotion that influences how a person feels and behaves around other people. Shyness can be extremely uncomfortable, self-conscious, nervous, timid, and obviously insecure. Right. Those who feel shy at times take note of physical sensations, like, for example, blushing, or perhaps even feeling speechless, breathless, shaky. What causes shyness? It is partly the end result of genes the individual has inherited. It is most certainly influenced by behaviors of others around them that they have learned, and the ways people have reacted to their shyness and life experiences they had. Simple. If you are a teenager, sometimes being quiet and or introverted is saying that someone has a naturally shy personality. However, that is not always the case, and it is not always the same as being shy. Now, I'd like to ask you, why are some people shy? Let's talk about genetics for the moment, shall we? As you may know, our genes determine our physical traits, like height, eye color, skin, and what your type is like. Genes also influence certain personality traits, including shyness. You see, nearly 20% or more of people have a genetic tendency to be shy. However, not everyone will have genetic tendency to develop an emotion to display or even a shy temperament. Remember, life is full of colorful experiences. When people are faced with a situation that may lead them to feel shy, how do they deal with that situation? Really, as it prepares them for their future reactions to similar situations. If people who are shy approach new things, you can help them become more confident and comfortable if they are pushed into situations which they are not prepared for, probably outraged and constantly teased, as some of you are. It can make them more shy. The examples the other people set play a great role in whether a person learns to be shy or not. If the parents of a shy child are overly cautious or overprotective, they can teach the child to back away from situations that might be uncomfortable or unfamiliar. We have discovered this with people who wear two coats at once. I know one thing for sure, that many people desire to reduce their shyness or hide it, or stop it altogether. However, those who are shy also have qualities that they might not appreciate in themselves. Because shy people may prefer listening to people talking to them. They sometimes become really good listeners. People who are shy might also become very sensitive to other people's emotions and feelings. So it's not a bad thing after all, sometimes. Because of their listening skills, many with shy personality, especially caring towards others, and probably even interested in how others feel, people often consider them as being their finest of friends. Naturally, some want to feel less shy so that they can have a little bit more fun by being around others. If you are trying to become less shy by yourself, it can help you to recall us talking at one stage. Overcoming shyness takes practice. Remember that. Those shy ones tend to give themselves less chances to practice social behaviors and social skills. For such people will show you where you are coming from, particularly when socializing. They do not feel as socially confident as those others who are not hiding. As anyone who practices more of social behaviors, easier it becomes to start. You need to build confidence. Right. It is also okay to feel awkward at times not all the time. Everyone does that sometimes, as you may have experienced. Those who were shy are often afraid to feel that way or be uncomfortable. Don't let them to keep you from doing what you want. If you do ask your crush, shall we say, to become a first date, for example, that is absolutely natural. What are the things your crush may say? Just yes or no is quite natural, and so don't worry. Your time will come. But not asking at all means that you will never get it. So, I say, go for it. Now, many people learn to manage their shyness easily and speedily. And you can do the same as well. What to do when shyness is extreme and overpowering? By nature, shy people can learn to manage their shyness so that it does not interfere with what they can enjoy doing. They need to learn to warm up to new people and new situations. Got it? This way, they develop their own friendliness and confidence and get past the shy feelings. Some people can be feeling extreme, and it can seem hard to conquer. When shy feelings are so strong, they prevent a person from interacting, participating in a class, and socializing instead of warming up after a while. Someone with extreme shyness has naturally shy feelings that build into a powerful fear. This can cause a person to avoid social situations and hold themselves back, or trying new things, or making new friends. Extreme shyness can make it uncomfortable and seem impossible to talk to, say, classmates or even teachers. They are the same with work colleagues or people on the street. Extreme shyness can interfere with socializing and affects person's self-confidence and self-esteem. It can prevent someone from taking advantage of opportunities or trying new things. Getting a new job, for example. Extreme feelings of shyness is often a sign popularly called social phobia. People with social phobia often need the help of a therapist to overcome their extreme shyness and fears. Those with social phobia or extreme shyness can overcome it It takes time, patience, practice, but it is worthwhile, although it is a hard work. Trust me. Be true to yourselves. We cannot change our nature so easily, as you know. If you are naturally shy or shyness holds you back, you might have to work at developing a sense of ease around people. Many find that the more they practice socializing, the easier it gets. Simple. Practicing social skills. Assertiveness, conversation, and friendly, confident body language can help people overcome shyness. Also, building confidence and get more enjoyment from everyday experiences, from everyday life, says Colleen Sherman, PhD. Can shyness be a sign of anxiety? That's a good question. Many of social anxiety experiences, that is, can be based on shyness. But being shy does not necessarily mean that you will have social anxiety. Social anxiety and shyness have many common symptoms. One, negative feelings about themselves. True to what you say about how aggressive you might be then. Think about it. 3, embarrassment or judgment. Difficulty speaking with or speaking very softly all the time. 5, blushing. 6, at times even sweating. 7, having a racing heart rate. 8, well, probably an upset stomach. If you have experienced them, you know what I'm talking about. What is the difference between shyness and social anxiety? That's a good question from you. The symptoms of both are very similar. The main difference between the two extremes, that is, and social anxiety are 1, intensity of the fear and excitement. 2, impairment of functions. 3, never attempting at all and avoiding the runs, so to say. People with shyness experience lower severity of symptoms. Many do not experience any disruption to their daily life compared to people with social anxiety. Avoidance of social activities is also much less. We'll talk about that a little later. Many with social anxiety, however, experience symptoms of shyness, although being shy does not mean you will have social anxiety. Another question was, is the introversion trait a social anxiety disorder? Good question. We understand the difference between introversion, shyness, social anxiety, and we can still better understand the situation. There are actually 4 types of traits. 1, shy and secure. When people have this type of shyness, do they have social anxiety? Well, they usually do not want to participate in most social settings. 2, displayed by those who are shy, secure people. 3, shy and dependent. 4, shy and conflicted. How can you tell if someone is shy? Well, look around you. Shy individuals are often very choosy about the people they talk to under any situations, and they put themselves in awkward conditions, awkward situations. They truly like to take their time in getting to know persons before completely opening up to them. Right? Socially awkward people, on the other hand, don't necessarily follow the same rules. Keep that in mind. Now, are shy people insecure? That is a myth. Even seeing that they have low self-esteem, shyness can affect how you see yourself and may make you feel insecure in some aspects. What about a person with low self-esteem? He or she too might act shy or have a tendency to keep to themselves. It does not mean that someone who experiences shyness is also experiencing low self-esteem. Can shy people be introverts? Thank you for the question. Introversion is about overstimulation, and shyness is more closely related to anxiety. That's the difference. As a shy person may experience fear of interacting because they feel the person they just met would evaluate them negatively. Because of this, they may avoid social situations. On the other hand, introverts tend to avoid large social gatherings because they are easily overstimulated, which then leads them to feel overwhelmed. Once an introvert takes some time to research, they can interact actively with other people without worrying about judgments of them. It is possible then to be both shy and introverted. Yes, some people are both, but one is not a requisite for the other. Think about it. Extroverts cannot be shy. That too is a myth. Anyone, including extroverts, can be shy in some or all situations. Extroverts tend to be those type of people who avoid from human interaction. However, it does not mean you cannot be shy at all. Since shyness is about fear of being judged or observed negatively, and extroverts can still find joy in social situations, but feel anxious about how others see them at certain times. At a 2015 study, it was proved, as I read somewhere, that extroverts are less likely to be shy. Yet each person is different. Certain social situations can make an extroverted person feel shy once in a while. That happens. If you are a shy person by nature, you cannot be a public speaker. Just to say that this is a myth. Correct. Many shy people overcome shyness easily and become great public speakers. Shyness is the same as social anxiety. This too is another myth. Social anxiety is a mental health condition, and shyness is a personality trait. Shyness and social anxiety share some similarities. Both involve fear of being judged by others in social settings. But there are those who judge you without even knowing who you are. Now, studies show that if you live with a social anxiety disorder, you will experience more intense and long-lasting symptoms. Like, for example, 1. Heart palpitations. 2. Nausea or vomiting in extreme conditions. 3. Intense sweating. 4. Shaking. 5. Fear of social situations. 6. Feeling confused during conversations. 7. Persistent and uncontrollable thoughts about social situations. 8. Having a hard time making eye contact. Shyness could manifest in some of these ways, but it tends to have a lesser impact on how you navigate life. Keep this in mind also. As a person, you may get nervous when meeting someone new. This could lead you to experience a rapid heartbeat, sweaty palms, and losing track of what you are talking about. It happens. It is likely that after a few moments, this reaction will lessen. It is also probable that feeling this way does not keep you from engaging in activities like sports, work, school parties, work parties, or hobbies. For someone with social anxiety, the symptoms are very intense. They tend to lead to avoidance of all social situations. In some instances, shyness may lead to symptoms of social anxiety. Shy people have low self-esteem. Yes, it is another myth. That's not true. Shyness and self-esteem may be related, but they are not the same thing. Self-esteem is related to self-worth, or how you think of yourself. Shyness, however, can affect how you see yourself and make you feel insecure in some aspects. While a person with low self-esteem might act shy or have a tendency to keep almost always to themselves, it does not mean that someone who experiences shyness is also experiencing low self-esteem. Study shows that shyness has a greater impact on your self-esteem when you tend to navigate social situations by presenting yourself as helpless or insecure. On the other hand, if you constantly try to get others to see you in a, shall we say, favorable light, shyness may not negatively affect your self-worth. Put it in your mind. We shall meet again by the next episode, and we will continue with our discussions. Thank you for watching and listening. Keep smiling and be happy. Thank you.